I've had some time to talk with Mayor Pete, and and really have pushed him. I don't even understand why he named his plan the Douglas Plan. Like, can you explain, is Frederick Douglass someone that is really inspiring to you? Why? What is your relationship with the community? I think the problem that Mayor Pete has is that he comes across as a very good student, someone who is deeply studied and can understand issues, but doesn't have a context oftentimes or a story to back it up. And people realize that and recognize that. He is a millennial who does not have right now black friends out there talking about him, and that's worrisome.
Well, explain what happened in South Bend, Indiana during his campaign, the killing of an African-American person there.
Absolutely. The killing, both the police killing and the ongoing way that he's had problems with police community tension, the firing of the black police chief who was working to expose racism in the force. This is someone who's had deep challenges with racial justice in a relatively small city that most people probably can't point to on the map, who now wants to be president of the United States. Racial justice is not a side piece. It's not charity. And while it is moral, it is actually strategy. It's a strategy to actually win. And it's a force multiplier for the type of change that we need on our side to get people mobilized out to the polls to expand the base. If a candidate actually does not have the type of relationship where people feel like they're known, like they're going to actually be engaged and they're going to be prioritized, then they're not going to show up in big numbers. And I think the challenge for Mayor Pete is that the Douglas Plan on paper seems like a lot of good...
named for Frederick Douglass.
Named for Frederick Douglass. Seems like a lot of good information. I've read through it. I've talked to him about it. But there is no story or context behind it. There's also not a history of him implementing it and executing it. And with all of these candidates, I am not interested, and folks are not as interested in the what, but the how. What is your experience and your relationship to movements to actually getting this done? We have a history, hundreds of years of stalled progress of inequality on race issues in this country. And we need someone that actually has experience, the ability to mobilize people and the ability to move people. And we need to know that it's a priority, not something that you have to do to check off a box. He still has some work to do in that regard.